Hello, this is a quick overview of the Hunter Douglas Powerviw Gen 3 app. Now, once the installer is installed your motorized Hunter Douglas window coverings, they will set up the home within the Powerviw app for you. They set up everything. If there's a remote, they will set it up for you. They will add a gateway, all of that stuff. And then once everything is done, they will transfer the ownership via a link. They'll send the link to you via text message or an email, and you will receive the ownership. Now, once you got the link, you click on it and it says accept the ownership. You accept the ownership and it will transfer the ownership to you. And this is the once you open the app, this is the interface that you see. As you see, there is a dashboard, and then on the bottom there are 5 tabs. The first one is the dashboard. We'll get back to that. It's for setting up stuff for easy access, and we'll get back to that. Now, the second tab is rooms. Now, we have a room set up already. It's our office. This room has 3 shades and has some scenes and automations created below. Again, we will get back to that. Now, within the room part, you could add a room with the 3 dots on the top right corner. Let's say add a room. There are some preset icons and names, but you could always create a custom room as well. You create a room, and once you, let's say, click on kitchen, you say kitchen, and then it asks you to add the shades to the kitchen, and you just by toggling in that, are you sure to add, and we cancel in our case, but it will add it to this room. That is it. You get back to that. The third tab is scenes, and scenes are just a position, like you set a favorite position and you save that as a scene. For example, pet mode opens our shade 20%, so our pet can see outside, and that is it basically. So you have a favorite position, you want to save it, you save it. And then the fourth tab is schedules. Now, schedules work with scenes, and like, for example, if you have pet mode scene, you want this pet mode to activate every single morning at 7 a.m. let's say. You create an automation for it with the 3 dots. Again, you click on add schedule, and then you select the scene, like let's say pet mode, done, and you select the time. So let's say only Saturdays and Sundays we want this to trigger this scene at 4:56 p.m. and you hit done, and you will trigger it at the same time. And that is it. Now, if you want it close and open, you'll have to create 2 scenes and automate them separately. For example, let's say you want this shade. Let's say you want duet shade to open at 7 o'clock and close at 6 p.m. You want it open at 7 a.m. and close at 6 p.m. You create a scene for opening it, and you create a second scene for closing it, and you automate the scenes right here, and you will activate them any day that you want at a certain time that you set, opens and close them. Now, the last tab here is for some extra settings. For example, if you want, like, if you want to add some users, you could click on it, and you could either add users or transfer the home ownership. Probably this is the installer's interface. You probably don't see add home ownership. And then the shades, again, this is one way to going back to the shades and adjust stuff. Accessories, remotes, gateways, setting those up. And then integration is if you want to connect your shades, your Powerviw app to, let's say, Apple HomeKit or Amazon Alexa or Google Nest, you could use it. You could do that through here. You could also do it through the specific home automation app and add Powerviw to that. That's one of the ways. And then And then firmware updates here every now and then ask you to update firmwares of your remote or your gateway and your shades as well. And that is it. Now, if you go back to the shades, click on one of them, and then you could have access to the shades from this setting part, and you could also go back to the shades and have access from here as well. You click, let's say, the duet shade. You click on it. It's a two-way communication. You could pull and push right within the app, and it activates the shade moves because it's a two-way communication. And then some other settings that you could do within the app is that you click on the settings on the right left corner, and then you can change the name of the shade as you see right here, or you could set some favorite positions. You could like associate this shade to this room or change it to a different room, and you could add the shade to the dashboard, and again we will get back to that. And then advanced option is where you can calibrate, you could synchronize scenes and schedules, but the most important part here is modify the shade limits. Like for example, the bottom limit, you wanted to, when you open it, you wanted to stop at a certain level. Click on the bottom limit, and then it'll guide you through adjusting it in tiny fractions, moves up and down, and you could set the limits to the position that you like, lower or higher, and then that is it. And then you go back, and then let's go back to the dashboard. Now here the dashboard is empty. We want easy access to some of the stuff that we want. Let's say add to dashboard. We want to add pet mode to the dashboard so we can activate or deactivate it through that. We want to add all our shades to the dashboard as well. And then pet automation as well. You just want to add it to the dashboard to have easy access to that. And you say done. All of this is now added to the dashboard. Now pet automation, you could just toggle on and off whenever you want to activate or not activate it. You have access to the shades here. You could change the scene with this pet mode, and you could activate it, do some settings in here, and that is that is the position for the shade for the scene. This 26% open from the bottom, that is the setup. You could change all of that, and that is it. You could delete it, and that's all. Basically, that's all we could say. It's very easy. They're trying to make it as easy as possible. So that's all. Thank you.